All right, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of Tacos en Europa. I am Jorge,
My name is Edgar.
and we are here after a 3-1 win Mexico versus Haiti. But before we talk about that, we're going to invite you guys, like always, to visit all our social media. We are on TikTok, we are on Reddit, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter. Be sure to follow us, communicate, man. Talk to us, let us know what y'all think about everything, man, or everything we talk about. So just go ahead and share your thoughts with us, man. We're listening to everything and we read everything. Just look up Tacos en Europa and you can find us. And just like that, you can look us up on YouTube or any podcast platform to find us and listen to our new episodes. We're doing an episode right now after every major team game. So go ahead and check us out, follow us, subscribe, and you all will see every time we put a new video up. Don't miss it.
That's right.
All right, so before we get talking about the senior team, we're going to go ahead and talk about the under-23 team that played yesterday against Dominican Republic with a 2-0 win, which a win sounds good, but to be honest, it really wasn't the best-looking win that I've seen.
Yeah, especially against Dominicana.
Yeah, so like we played a 4-3-3, obviously, but I mean at the same time, you know, like you see like the difference in opposition. So you put more men on the top. So we had a lot of chances to create. We had a lot of game that was created, you know. But at the end of the day, we did see a lot of inexperience from these kids, you know, a lot of clear misses, clear shots that should have not have been missed, that should have gone back of the net. I also saw them kind of like taking too long on that final pass. You know, they go to the final third and then they get this amazing runs through the sides, and then like they take just a second extra to take the pass and they lose the ball. So little mistakes like that I noticed that like come with experience, and it just didn't seem like it was there right now on that match yesterday.
Yeah, there seems to be like they're lacking that finishing. Just like having a striker that will not miss. You know,
Yeah.
That's the little thing they're missing because they're a good team.
Yeah, and other than that, like I think the biggest error that I saw was just how we were just so prone to the pressure, you know, of the Dominican Republic. Like
That
I feel like every time that they really wanted to play out the back, every single possession, that when they started pressing us, you could see a lot of Mexican players like unmarked. So like if you would just do like a long ball, they would have like reached that, and then we could have had like a good like shot on goal. But they just wanted to play out the back for whatever reason, and that's where we had those errors where we had two big chances that Dominican Republic could have scored against us, but they missed. And those were a little scary, but we did it to ourselves. You know what I mean? But other than that, I saw a lot of game being created. I saw a lot of attack. I saw a lot of, you know, positive things more than negative. But since we didn't score all our chances, you know, the negatives kind of outweigh the positives a little bit. One of the goals, though, was from Fidel Ambriz out of a corner. What a fucking header, man. What a damn header he scored.
I keep telling you, he is the jewel of that generation, of that team.
Yeah, I want to see him in Europe as soon as possible. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see Jordan Carrillo in this game. So hopefully on the next one, we'll be able to see him shine a little bit. Maybe that's what they needed.
Also, I didn't watch that much of this game, but Westcals also didn't shine, you know, and he's one of the good ones of this.
Yeah.
Well, not the good ones, but I mean, one of the players that had more minutes on the first division.
He was creating a couple things, but it was like, I'm telling you, the lack of finishing just kind of hurt everybody. So it was hard to make the creators look good because nothing was being finished.
Yeah,
I guess. So it was a tough game, but we'll see on the next one against El Salvador how it goes. Let's talk about the main event. Haiti, Mexico, 3-1 win for the beautiful jersey that they had on their back today. Man, what a style.
You're talking like the to the end guys, because there's like the national team administration like, you have to talk good about this jersey. We have to sell it by gesture.
Hey, I'm gonna buy one, so I'll take it, right? It's a beautiful. It's
it's pretty good. I wouldn't buy it either.
But yeah, man, it was a very similar to the Dominican Republic game. You know, we had all these like, except for the chances being created, but we did have like a lot of game being involved. Just nothing that amounted to anything. At least in the first half, it was a very tough first half.
Oh, my reading was that Jimmy Lozano didn't read well what Haiti was going to be, like, you know, because Haiti was like on average like 10 centimeters taller than every other Mexican player. So you put in Chiquito Sanchez, and he's called Chiquito for a reason.
Yeah.
And he's like 130 centimeters, so he's getting his ass kicked all game. He wasn't involved enough in the attack, and when he was, you could tell he was too short to be playing on the box.
I mean, if you
You
want to
know-
talk about short too, I think one of the people that also like struggle a little bit was Henry Martin. You know what I mean? He's not the tallest of strikers, so you
Yeah.
can see how the physicality involved like his game. And he's a big guy. He's a strong guy. I'm not gonna say he's not, but I think the height difference did like have a toll because right now we had a lot of crosses going into the box with nobody to fight for them. Nobody to fight for them until
Yeah, and you're
Like a half.
putting Chiquito behind Henry, and nothing is happening.
and nothing's gonna happen.
But also, whatever Henry didn't get to because he's too short, he wasted with his first touch.
Mhm.
You know, that's where he struggled this game. He missed a couple of shots that strikers you cannot make.
Yeah,
You know,
he did score the one goal. He did score the one goal. So
a
obviously,
beautiful header.
I mean, that one you couldn't miss it, but like he scored it, so we have to give him props for that. But I mean, overall,
I'm sorry. I had watched Juarez, San Luis, Mazatlan. You could absolutely miss it.
No, like I don't know, man. Like I think even with the goal, I didn't really like the performance, man. I would like to see Santi Jimenez a little longer in there, like from the
Yeah.
beginning.
Especially this game, he was like Santi didn't have many opportunities, and he did not miss what he got.
Yeah, last time he did miss a big one, but right now I think he kind of came in clutch and he was with the mentality, man. But I think this right here, it does hurt. Talking about the whole thing overall, it hurts. I think Jimmy's chances of staying at the control of the team, you know, because like we said at the beginning, or I said at the beginning, that he needs to win everything by goleadas. He needs to win everything by blowouts. You know what I mean? And right now, you get that goal scored on you, so your resume is tainted a little bit now. You know, you can't say the same thing you could say in the other, in the other game.
Yeah, he can, resume a zero in his goal. You know, like my defense is so good.
No, you got to score while my Haiti. So
Yeah,
yeah, you know,
which to be fair, Haiti is the second best team in the group.
yeah,
You know, like
they
we thought Honduras was gonna be it, but no, Haiti is very strong.
they actually came from a 7-game streak without losing to this game.
Yeah.
And it was at Nations League B, right? Quality games, but still like it's 7 games without losing. 6 of them were wins.
Yeah.
So like, they were informed. They were definitely informed. And that first
and
half
you
showed
could,
us,
you
man.
could tell they were playing well. You know,
Yeah, because I don't want to be like Jimmy Lozano's armor or anything like that, like defending, but like they were set up really well in that first half. Like you could see why we struggled so much besides like the other problems.
actually, if you pay really close attention when Mexico had the ball and they were attacking, if they had enough time, they would set up this 6-player line in the defense. And oh man, you could tell that like they were pitch perfect, just a perfect line. Everyone in like, what do you call it? Like throwing the line, to get the offside really up. So they were really well coached.
And then when you
That's
have that type of like line defending you, and you don't have any players to reach across, any tall players, then like how's that gonna happen? But then in the second half, that's when we started to see those like low crosses more involved. Those mid to low crosses. They stopped doing it over the top, except for Gallardo, who had some really good crosses in the air.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like I think one of the hot topics right now has been Antuna. So I want to talk about him a little bit. How, I saw a lot of people saying, "No, Antuna, like he's bad, terrible crosses." Yes. But like you can see why he's there, right? Like
yeah, he's great at losing his mark.
yeah,
If you throw a ball at Antuna, he's gonna get
yeah,
either by running faster than his defender, or by simply creating space.
at least in these type of
before you
games.
get-
In these type of games.
No, in general, he always. If you play against a really good team, Antonio is the one that's gonna get the ball, then lose it because he won't do anything with it. But
Hey,
he's
you're right.
gonna get it.
Yeah. I mean, I just like how he would like literally lose his, sometimes like between two players, like the 50,000 cutbacks that he would do, like it would
Yeah.
work, and then he would eventually even go between two Haitians, man, and send it
then
across. But
awesome cross, do the cross.
when he sent it out, and those are the things.
Yeah,
like,
and the problem is that you turn and then Chiquito Sanchez just seeing it like 7 feet over his head, just going, and it's not gonna work.
and we're gonna talk shit, but at the end of the day, he finishes the game with 2 assists.
And 2 beautiful assists.
2 really good
Both
assists,
of
which
them,
is what we're
yeah.
talking about. How the second half we started going for those low crosses that
Yeah.
made more sense, which is how
Yeah.
Martin was able to get to it and how Santi was able to get that beautiful foot into it. Damn, I'm already like super biased, bro.
Yeah, but you can tell.
You can see the difference though.
Yeah. But there's still some good to talk about. About Jimmy, even though, as you said, he didn't win by a big score, and he got scored on. He changed the game on the half.
He did.
Like those 15 minutes, he changed something that made Mexico be able to score those 3 goals.
And then, I mean, it was like it was
that's
way
really
better.
good.
It was a way better second half. So I think now, since we said it's supposed to be by blowouts for him to win, I think now it's not completely dead, the idea of him staying, because it's still a win. Whatever you want to say, you still scored 3. You got scored 1, whatever. But I think it's gonna have a lot to do with what he does in the next game against Qatar. So if he can do the right changes,
I
it can help.
think right now, if he wins these 3 games, he's fine. The important part is gonna be whatever comes next. He's gonna play against the strong teams. He's gonna probably go against Costa Rica. I think will be probably the most likely team. Then he beat Jamaica. So it's gonna get tough after it. Costa Rica is never an easy game for anybody, and I mean Jamaica is as well a good team, a decent enough team. And Panama is really good. Even with Coca, that 1-0 win wasn't clear, as we could tell. So who knows?
There's a stall coming right now, and I mean, you say he's fine. I am a little scared for him. I think the
No,
reputation.
I think
I think
he's
it is a
fine
little
because
tainted.
the next part is gonna be the hard one, not the group.
I know, but I just wanted to see him get that at least in the group stage at 0 goals. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think it's a little tainted, but I can see why you would say it wasn't. I think for him to stay, it had to be like lightning in a bottle type of situation.
Yeah, but still, we need to see. We need to see what he does the next game.
Yeah.
Well, like when is he gonna rest the players? Is he gonna leave Chavez just to like blow out his legs, or put in, I don't know who, Rodriguez and
I don't know, because the people gotta go back to the clubs right now. They can't be playing all these games, before going back to their season. So, yeah, hopefully some people get some rest on the next one, and we see a little bit of difference. Qatar's not gonna hurt you too much. They're not getting out of the group, so I would love to see a little bit of rest too here. But right, just before we head to the gossip column, go ahead and let me know, like, who did you like?
oh, well,
Who did you like and who did you not like? Go ahead and give it to me together.
Well, I would like to say, like, I really like the goal that was scored by Santi and Henry, even though Henry didn't have the best of games before that. Was fine. he did get those 2 assists, but the player I liked most was Johan Vázquez. As a center back, he was really, really solid, and he did make one mistake that was a bad pass to Romo that then fucked up and lost the ball. And that was one of 2 really bad mistakes from Romo. But everything else, he was like the most solid defender. He and Gallardo were closing on everything that was coming from the center to the left.
Yeah.
Everything that was there, they were just like putting it up like a site.
And who did you not like?
Romo did make a couple of mistakes, a couple of really bad mistakes. You know, like he wasn't great, and I really think Araujo wasn't it this game. You know,
Yeah.
he came on and he was just too selfish sometimes with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I will call it
Like anxious.
Anxious. He wanted to have the ball, but sometimes he shows wrong.
Yeah. I think what you call that, I saw it as ambition, you know. But I think we just need to see him play the full game. We got to see it from the beginning. Hopefully the next one he gets.
We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to have more of like a similar idea in the next game. We'll see.
But also, Sanchez shouldn't have played. Chiquito, he shouldn't have played this game. Yeah.
So you didn't like him too much. For me, I like Gallardo. I think the couple of things that he was able to do, he did them very well. He had a couple really great crosses. He had two where, like, if the striker goes to look for it, Henry Martin, like, there's a goal. But just for some reason, they just didn't make it there. But I think he did great with the few responsibilities that he was given. And I didn't like Henry Martin. I think that's kind of self-explanatory for me. I've been saying it a lot.
He missed a couple of shots as a striker for a national team. Should get up.
Yeah. But all right, man. What did you find this week?
Oh, in the gossip side of things. Well, we're going about just like awful gossip. Start with Fiorentina asking about Charlie Rodriguez for some reason.
That's a weird one right there, man.
Yeah, that's really weird because Charlie hasn't played a good game since like middle of the season with Cruz Azul, and it's not it right now. So, what the hell? No,
yeah,
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what happened there. But also in Italy, Lozano was being asked around by Chivas and Arabia about the Saudis.
Wow.
Like, what the hell? Just like, because we were talking about some weeks back. Oh, the Saudis are buying everything. And who will be the Mexican they will go after?
Yeah.
I would say, probably Raul Jimenez or Chucky. And there you go.
There it is.
Chucky. But Chivas does not have 25 million euros to waste. Well, not to waste.
Yeah. And then his salary and everything, like, it would definitely be a little weird. Yeah.
It's too much. If they were Tigres, I would get it, you know?
Yeah. But what else did you find about Chivas?
But now we're talking about Chivas, and we're talking about they finally got on to getting back Eric Gutierrez from PSV. You know, like we were talking about, he was going to be a hard Mexican player to keep on Europe, but he's going back to Mexico, and they're going to Chivas. Which, to be fair, he's gonna do well there. You know, he's gonna fit on the system. He's a really good player. He could play still in Europe, but not much higher than PSV, you know, like he wasn't getting minutes there, so it's not like he's wasting a huge opportunity there. But it's sad to see him get
it's diminishing our numbers, but I think he's going to do great for Chivas. I think it's going to be a great locker room presence, and he's also going to be great on the field for them. So, great signing from Chivas. A little sad for Douglas in Europa. Because we love to see him. You know, you love to see us on Guti, man. But still, it's going to be good.
We may be his biggest fans because I don't think there are many of us.
We're definitely his biggest hype man, right? His biggest hype boys, man. Yeah. So it's going to be sad. It's going to be a sad season next season.
Yeah. And the big news this week that's going to be probably from like the whole week. Edson Alvarez to Dortmund. It's on ground, you know, like it crashed and burned.
Yeah.
Something to do with the agents' fees or something else. Like Dortmund all of a sudden say like, you know what? Yeah, too much money. Which is really hard to say because this same day it was announced that Arsenal will buy, I'd still be basically a Timber,
Yeah.
which is a younger player, a center back, and to the Premier League, and it's basically cheaper or on the same price as Edson Alvarez, who's got 1 year left of his contract. I don't know what is happening with Ajax selling Edson. I don't know.
It's a weird situation, man. But I don't know. Maybe people just don't rate him as much as we do, or I don't know. I honestly,
If they don't rate
I'm lost
him,
for words.
why
Man.
aren't they selling him
For 40,
more
70.
expensive than a Timber? Who got like 4 years left on his contract? What the
Yeah,
hell?
dude, I'm lost. I'm at lost for words on that one, man. But I think that's the news definitely of the week, and we're probably gonna be talking about that for a little while. But for now, I think that's all we have for today. We will see you guys on the next game. It's gonna be Mexico versus Qatar. We'll see you guys on that next day, so we can talk about all the tactics and everything that happened on that game, and obviously the U23 teams that play as well. So don't miss it at all. Subscribe where we told you guys, YouTube, all platforms. We are there. See you guys in a couple of days. I'm Jorge.
My name is Edgar.
Have a great couple of days.
Y se van a dejar de valer verga las Chivas.
Baby.